All right.
We're live again.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into another Joint Movement TPT's video, a live stream today. If you have been considering travel therapy, now is the time to look for a job because the market is hot, hot, hot.
Yes. So today we are going to give you guys a little market update for PT/OT SLP and just let you know what's going on.
Yeah, but first, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Ryan. This is my lovely wife, Megan. We're both traveling doctors of physical therapy, and you probably know us a little bit better as the Joint Movement DPTs here on YouTube and our Instagram. Essentially, what we love to do is we love making travel therapy content for people interested in going into travel therapy. You know, our ultimate goal is to provide you with the confidence to gain the same freedoms that we gained through travel therapy in any way we can. So whether that's video format, blogs, or we also like to share our travel therapy adventures on our Sunday vlog that we release. And we really wouldn't get to have those adventures and experience unless we were in the travel therapy market and taking jobs. And so it's been a really awesome opportunity. So we like to share all that content and experience and failures and everything with you. And so before we hop in, if you could, if you're enjoying some of our content or enjoying this, if you could just please hit that like button or consider subscribing to our channel, we would greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now let's hop into our travel therapy market update. It is looking good.
It is looking good. So we have had our recruiters share information with us again, and they have said it looks better than they have seen in quite a while, even before COVID. So they're saying that there are a lot of jobs on the market and there aren't enough people to work the jobs, which is a good position for us healthcare professionals.
Yeah, I really think there's, it's not necessarily that there's like this crazy record amount of jobs out there. I think there's just been this huge influx of jobs, but there's still not very many people traveling because COVID really hit us hard.
Yes.
And we'll talk a little bit more on that later. But there is, the market's looking very strong and improved overall, which is really good for us and for you who are considering travel therapy.
Yeah, we're seeing our recruiters say that there's like increases of 100 to 150 jobs, like within a week to 2 weeks. There's just always new jobs opening. So that is a great sign.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe a week or two ago, and one of our recruiters was like, oh my gosh, there was just like a huge like influx of like 200 PT jobs came in. SLP has been growing a lot, and OT is following suit also. There's definitely, it seems to be, there's more of a high need for physical therapists and SLPs. But that being said, the OT market doesn't look bad. So no fears out there.
Yeah, good point.
So it's looking like, and one of our recruiters, like you were saying, was saying that the market is looking better than he has ever seen it. And especially better than COVID, but even before COVID, it's looking even a little better.
Yes.
One of those reasons.
One of those reasons is because permanent therapists who, well, let's say seasoned travel therapists who were on a contract and got their contract canceled, went over to perm positions, and they are still in those positions. So right now there's not a lot of seasoned travel therapists working, which means that it's a good opportunity for new grads. There's a lot of facilities that are taking new grads. They're willing to help train new grads. But on the flip side of that, there's a lot of facilities who are willing to wait 4 to 6 weeks to get an employee in, which prior to this time, it wasn't like that. It was quick. As soon as you're available, get in, and those jobs were off the market really quick with people who could get to the location right away.
I know when we were looking during COVID times this past year, I mean, it was like they wanted you there as soon as possible, or your application, your resume was just switched over because they had like 10 more people.
Yeah.
And so when COVID was really happening and people got let off, travelers got let off, a lot of people, went into that permanent position. And so when you go into a permanent position, most of the time they want you there for at least a year. A lot of times it's 2 years. So I think a lot of, like you said, these travel therapists are kind of locked into these contracts. And so there's a lot of opportunity out there for you new grads, or if you've just been considering travel therapy over this time, now might be a time to really consider it and maybe go for it.
Yeah.
Because you can put in your 30-day notice and still have enough time to get that contract because they're booking them about 4 to 6 weeks out, which is a perfect timetable to put in your 30-week notice and start your first contract.
Right. So you could be working with a recruiter, secure a travel contract, and then put in your notice. So everything's pretty secure. It's pretty low risk. You know that you're going to have a travel job that you're going to. So that's awesome. Because
that's probably the scariest part of the consistency sometimes of the travel therapy market.
Yeah.
And leaving your comfortable permanent position it is a security because you're going to have work and you know it. To hop into travel, but now would be a good time to consider it. We also recommend, getting recommended recruiters from people who have been in the travel therapy sphere. And so we're always happy to hand out and send out who we personally work with and trust. So just, leave a comment, shoot us a email at jointmovementdpts@gmail.com, or go on our website. There'll be links down in the description. On our website, we have a little recruiter recommendation tab you can fill out. It's really easy, and we'll get you connected with those. So you feel taken care of, and you don't have to quit your job before you start talking to a recruiter.
Yeah.
You can start talking to a recruiter before you graduate school, while you're a permanent staff person. Just get connected with them so you can see what the market's offering. And they totally know that and understand that. And then if you chose, nope, I don't want to do travel, they're totally okay with that.
As far as salary, we are being quoted like $1,400 to $1,800 a week. That's kind of across PT, OT, and SLP. We personally look for $1,500 as our minimum base pay, and we're always looking to make above that, around $1,600 a week.
Yeah, our eye is always on that $1,600 a week mark. Trying to get up there.
I would say it's very feasible.
Yeah, very feasible, especially in this market when you can kind of look at multiple options and jobs. But consider how much experience you have. Like we said, even new grads, we wouldn't really take under that 1,500 mark. But consider your experience. If you've been traveling for a little bit, then you can probably get a little bit of the upper tiers. And then also consider what we call the travel triangle, but your 3 options. So pay, location, and setting. And so you're going to have a priority. A lot of times for us, our priority is location. We want to go to cool places, see cool things. And so that means we have to be a little bit more flexible on our pay and on our setting. So whether we're working in home health, outpatient, whatever, you got to be a little more flexible on that. So consider those 3 things. You got to balance them.
And that's the other thing, which settings are kind of hot right now.
The settings that are really hot right now, especially for PTs and OTs, is, of course, skilled nursing facilities. There's always seems to be a need in skilled nursing facilities, and then home health.
Yep. But they are seeing more outpatient jobs just in general, because so many elective surgeries are coming in, and a lot of those, again, experienced travel therapists aren't working. So there's more jobs in outpatient as well. But
yeah, those outpatient jobs are really ramping up, and companies are kind of coming back strong. And so
yeah,
definitely look for that there.
I think that's everything we had to review as far as the hot market. So a synopsis is the market is really hot right now. It's a great time to try travel. If you're wanting to do it, do it. and there's really no risk. You can keep your job that you have currently, and you can still pursue travel now. You see a question over here in our chat box about how to get licensed in states faster. And this is something that I'm looking to write up a little blog on. It's been a common question I've been seeing come through. For the assistants, what we have been suggested for you guys to do is to get a couple licenses in states that have a lot of jobs. So talk with your recruiter, ask them where are they seeing a lot of the assistant jobs, and then just go ahead and get like as many licenses as you can, like 3 to 4, because that gives you flexibility on which states, different states to go to. And I'm not sure if OT has a PT compact. When it comes to physical therapists do have a compact, which includes PTAs. So you can look to travel in those compact states. And that's a whole nother thing that we can talk about and dissect sometime. But it's very easy and quick to get a compact in a compact state, but the whole country isn't included in it. So you just have to be mindful of that.
I would definitely say, kind of specifically to the question, there's not many assistant travel jobs out there. But that being said, talk to recruiters still and just see what's out there. Because it's not going to hurt you to talk to someone and see what's out there. And if there's just not something landing, then that's okay. You can stay where you're at. And it does seem that there's more PTA jobs out there than necessarily travel COTA jobs. So just something to think about. The market for them have always been kind of more shallow. And so it's just a little harder to get in there. And then once you're kind of a seasoned PTA or COTA traveler, they really like you. And so it's really hard for new grads to kind of get into that market.
Right. So they suggest if you want to travel, look at it, talk with your recruiters consistently, but then also keep PRN options or permanent options open. But we say go for it because we love travel.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We're always for the get a recruiter and try it because it's a
and
good
it looks
time.
like he's saying there's plenty of COTAs for actually. So that's great.
Good.
Awesome.
Good. The last thing I didn't want to miss it is if you're an SLP, the market is really hot for you, and they're wanting SLPs. And a lot of times the jobs that we're seeing, they're offering like sign-on bonuses too, or completion bonuses is more of what they are. So if you complete that 13-week contract, you can get like $1,000 to $3,000 extra, and that is an awesome deal. And so if you're an SLP out there listening or watching to this video, definitely hit us up so we can connect you to the recruiters because they are seeing a lot of SLP jobs.
Yeah,
there's just a strong need out there for some SLPs.
Yeah, they do.
So you'll have some good opportunities.
Awesome.
Well, I think that is it for our job market update. Thank you all for watching and hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. We will have another Sunday vlog out this Sunday as we continue around in Wisconsin before we head out to our next contract.
Yeah. So we are having so much fun with this. Thanks for joining us. It's so fun to interact with you in real time. And we hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Thanks for joining us.
And until next time,
see ya.